This is The Scoop for Friday.
I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines. Voting rights groups said yesterday they will not appeal a federal court ruling that upheld the constitutionality of a Florida congressional redistricting plan. The announcement came a month after a 3-judge panel refused to reconsider a March decision that said the groups had not met a key test of showing that the legislature acted with racial motivation in overhauling a disputed North Florida district in 2022. A separate challenge to the redistricting plan remains pending at the Florida Supreme Court. The case is focused on changes to North Florida's Congressional District 5, which in the past elected Black Democrat Al Lawson. But after the district was redrawn, white Republicans won all North Florida congressional districts in the 2022 elections. In the now-dead federal court case, groups such as Common Cause Florida and the Florida NAACP argued that the redistricting plan, which Governor Ron DeSantis pushed through the legislature, was passed with a discriminatory motive. A judge sentenced a Bradenton man to federal prison for assaulting law enforcement during the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021. The Bradenton Herald reports that yesterday a U.S. district judge sentenced John Anthony Schubert III to 18 months in prison with 24 months of supervised release and ordered him to pay $2,000 in restitution. The Tampa Bay region is preparing for election season. WMNF's Chris Young reports Hillsborough and other counties are sending out ballots to residents who have requested to vote by mail.
Hillsborough County Supervisor of Elections Craig Latimer is preparing to send out more than 150,000 ballots to voters later this month for the upcoming primary elections. But a law signed in 2021 essentially wiped the voter rolls following the 2022 general election, forcing anyone who wanted a ballot to re-register. Now, vote-by-mail ballots are only available to those who request one.
I got to tell you, that number's down a little bit from what it used to be because the legislature changed the law on this. And after the 2022 election, everybody that had a request on file expired.
Latimer says if people want a mail-in ballot, they need to register as soon as possible. Voters have until August 8th to submit a request for a vote-by-mail ballot for next month's primary election. Chris Young, WMNF News, Tampa.
Pasco County sent more than 40,000 vote-by-mail ballots yesterday, and Pinellas County will be sending vote-by-mail ballots out next Thursday. Duke Energy is considering placing a nuclear power plant on 5,000 acres of land it owns in Levy County. It has a closed nuclear power plant nearby in Crystal River going through the decommissioning process. Politico reports documents filed in April say the energy company is proposing the same thing it did over a decade ago, where a plan to build a nuclear plant was squashed. And the utility company called off plans to build after collecting over $1 billion from customers. And now Duke is requesting another rate hike request to build it. The Office of Public Counsel on Monday said they reached an agreement with the utility over the rate increase, but details have not been released. If the request is approved, the company would be allowed to collect more than $2 billion over the next 3 years. This week, a federal judge refused to toss out a lawsuit challenging a controversial Florida law requiring teachers to use pronouns that align with their sex assigned at birth. The judge said the plaintiffs plausibly alleged that the law violates protections against workplace discrimination. The chief U.S. District Judge's ruling on Wednesday pointed in part to a friend of the court brief filed by the Biden administration in the lawsuit brought by Katie Wood, a transgender Hillsborough County teacher, and a non-binary teacher who was fired last year by Florida Virtual School. You can watch our interview with Hillsborough teacher Katie Wood on WMNF.org. Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody has filed a new report showing that her net worth increased by 10% in 2023 and totaled $4.4 million as of December 31st. That was up from $4 million a year earlier. Moody's annual financial disclosure report was posted yesterday on the Florida Commission on Ethics website. It will be breezy with overcast skies this afternoon. Highs will be in the low 90s. Tonight, a stray shower or thunderstorm is possible early with overnight lows in the mid-80s. And tomorrow, scattered thunderstorms will develop in the afternoon with high temperatures tomorrow in the low 90s. I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.